Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me in today's live stream. I hope that you are all well, I hope that you are all fine, and you are ready to start maybe even coding with me. Today I hope that you are having like more time than you had yesterday. I don't know if you watched yesterday's live, but it was like a really short one, just like 8 minutes. But this one is going to be longer. For all of you who are new to my channel, again, hello, how are you? My name is Eleftheria and I am an app developer. And yep, I think that now we are ready to start. Oh, one more thing before we actually get started. That it's really important. Today's inspiration is coming from JavaScript 30. So you can also find in the description box all the information related to this project. Okay, now we can actually start. I will start typing my HTML and then we will continue with the CSS and last but not least the JavaScript part. And today's project in the Pomodoro timer, we will create a timer, and in this timer you will have like 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and something like a break. We can also add maybe even less time, like 20 seconds, and then the user can also add his own time. So we will have like a few buttons up here that the user can play with, and in the middle we will have the timer. Now in the Pomodoro technique, if you're not familiar with it, the user can set up a timer. Usually it's for 20 minutes and he's very concentrated on whatever he's doing, and then he takes like 5 minutes for a break. And we will to recreate this thing. It's going to be actually pretty simple, so that's why we're only going to use HTML, CSS and JavaScript, no extra library, and I think it's going to be like a cool little project. So I'm using CodePen, as you can see. I have like HTML and head and body. If you're using CodePen, you don't actually need like this part. CodePen is clever enough and knows like what's in the body. And if you check like this part right here for the HTML, you can add classes here and stuff for head here, but I haven't done that. And then in the CSS I have nothing, and the same goes for JavaScript. So I have write it that way because maybe someone isn't using CodePen, so he just very simple, just copy and paste it and it will work fine. So let's start typing inside the body, and the first thing that I'm going to do is to create a class. I will have this class as timer and it's going to be our basic class. And then inside here I'm going to create another div. Let's do it like so. And now inside this div I'm going to have my buttons. Let's type the first button and I'm going to do it like so. So for the first button I'm going to have it like 20 seconds. And let's see, I'm not sure if I need to add a class. Probably I will need it later, so I'm going to add it now. It's going to be timer and button. I'm going to copy this thing and paste it like 4 more times, and then I don't need only 20 seconds. I will have something like work for 5 minutes, and let's say also work for 15 minutes, and let's also have one more for 20 minutes, and then this one is going to be a break, so this will be a little bit different. And also let's create another like form this time, and not a button, and inside this form it will be a custom, so the other person, like, he can type whatever he likes. So every time you use a form it's good to have a name. Let's say that the name for this form is going to be like custom form, and then it's always nice to have an ID. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that, but we will see. I will keep it as a custom. So inside here you obviously need the input for the user. I'm going to have it like so, input with type, let's say text. And apart from that, I'm going to need a name. The user can type probably inside there in minutes, so I'm going to give the name of minutes. And last but not least, we also want a placeholder so the other person knows what we're talking about. Let's say enter minutes. Okay, so as you can see, we clearly are lacking in style. I will add that shortly, but first let me check if everything is okay. Here we have the button with a class. Most probably here I will also have to add something that it will connect with our JavaScript, but we are not going to see that right now. Let's continue actually with the CSS. And the first thing that I will have to add is maybe something for the whole HTML. So let's click, okay, first save. Okay, now we have the HTML, and I will add my box sizing. Let's keep it like so. So over here I will do a border box, and I like to specify the font size. I think the default is 12 pixels, but I'm not sure. I'm going to give it like 10 pixels, and then I can have like a background. I will go with blue, and I don't know, if I don't like it, maybe later I can change that. Okay, let's stick to that. And then for the body, maybe here you can specify the font family or the margins and stuff like that. I'm going to start with the margin as it's one of the most basic things. It's going to be a margin 0. And don't worry about these buttons, later we are going to fix that as well. So let's go also with text align. I always prefer center, and then the font family. Sometimes I do keep the font family like the most basic one, but I think that this time I'm going to go with monospace. It's really cool to play with the font families, and I think like it gives the whole project a more unique vibe. Yeah, so after body we can play a little bit with the timer class that we also created. What should we add here? Probably we should fix like this part right here. Maybe we can make it a little bit bigger, like the whole width here. So let's do that as well. So for the timer I'm going to give a display of, okay, so display of flex, like so. And then I can also give the mean height. I can do like 100 VH. Okay, and bear with me because we also need the flex direction, which is going to be column. Okay, that's it. After that, for the timer, I'm not going to add anything now, but in a bit I will, because we have to do this thing with the timer button. Actually, let's do it right now. So let's go here and also add some styling for this. Okay, so what do we need? As I said earlier, we absolutely need to make this thing a little bit bigger. So this is easy. I think that we only need a display flex. And because we are flex direction column, I'm going to keep this, but I'm going to have again my timer button, or we can do actually something a little bit different. Okay, we will fix that in a bit. I'm going back to the timer button, and I will change them starting from the background. Let's remove the white and let's do it as a none, and then let's add some border. This is the default one, and I really don't like the default one, so we will start with border 0, and then we will change the cursor. I want the cursor to be a pointer, so it will look like, if it's saved, it will look like that. I prefer that. And now I'm going to give it a color. We will stick this time with a basic, so let's say it's going to be white. For font size, I definitely need something bigger, and before I gave like 10 pixels, but now I'm going to give 1 rem, like so. No, this is too small, like so. Okay, this is bigger, I like that. And for the text transformation, we are going to play a little bit text. Okay, like so, and I'm going to stick with uppercase. Okay, cool. And do I need to add anything else? Maybe I can play a little bit with the border. I gave border 0, but maybe I can give like a border bottom, and I can have that as 3 pixels and solid. And this time I will play with RGBA, and if you're not familiar with RGBA, like you can specify RGB, red, green, blue, and then the A, it's the opacity. So I'm going to give 0 in the 3 first values, and for the first one, the last one, I'm going to give it like 0.2. It goes from 0 until 1, but like, yeah, 1 it's the highest, so it would be something like white, and 0 is the lowest. Now I will give bottom and right, so bottom and right. Yeah, I think that's cool. Maybe I don't need like also 3 pixels here. Maybe I can have it like 1. I don't know, maybe later I will change my mind and I'm going to, I don't know, make something different. I definitely also need some padding, and let's give it like 1 rem. And last but not least, I'm going to use the font family, and again I'm going to have the monospace like so. Okay, I do like that. It's very bluish, but yeah, we can work with that, right? Another thing that maybe I want to change is like to add a hover effect and a focus effect. So I will take again this class, the timer button, and here I need to add hover, and before that or after that I can also add the timer button but with focus, like so. I think that now we are okay. So the other thing that I need is the background. I think this one is quite okay. Like, I don't think that I need anything else. Like, it's going to be RGBA. Yes, I do like that. That's cool. And maybe also the outline with 0. Okay. So yeah, this is kind of cool. I definitely need something here for enter minutes, but we will figure it out eventually. So maybe let's go here and see if we have added anything. Okay, I need maybe to add a class here so I can modify some things easier. I'm going to add a class, maybe timer and controls. Controls like so. Let's copy this class and go back here. I'm going to add this class before the timer, and let's try to make some things again a little bit prettier. So this time for the timer controls we will play with the display, because I don't like it that much how it looks like now. Like, I want this enter minutes to be somewhere here, like here. So eventually we will try to fix that. Let's start with the timer controls and the display of flags. Okay, and then this is kind of cool, but don't worry, we are going to fix that up soon. The other thing that I want to add here is to make it like this. Okay, and this time I'm going to have a flex of 1, and I think, yes, this is exactly what I wanted. Okay, yeah, I kind of really like it now, except this thing, the costume thing, but we will fix that soon as well. But now I like how it looks. So again, I'm going to take the timer controls, and this time I'm going to the for here as well. I'm going to have the flex 1 and the display flex. Okay, display flex. Okay, that's cool. This will make it to be like in the same height as the buttons, and I do like so, but we have to play a little bit with the actual input. So again, I have the timer controls, and this time I'm going to the input. For the input, pretty much I can have like the same stuff. I will start with flex 1. I'm going to continue with the border of 0, and I don't like this thing right here that the enter is here. Maybe I can add some padding or margin. I will add a padding of, let's say, 1 rem. Oops. Let's check it how it looks like with 2 rem. Yeah, I think like it's bigger and it's better like so. So let's keep it like so. Let's go back to the HTML and I will see what I'm missing. I think that we can add quite a few more things. One thing that I haven't done is that here, like in the center, I want to display the actual time. So if somebody clicks on 20, I want to see this thing like 20 and how much time is remaining. So after form and this div that it closes the timer controls class, I will go after that and I will add another div like so. Most probably I need a class in this div, and here I need 2 things. The first one, I'm going to make it simple, and I'm going to add an h1, and here header 1 I will have like the time. So I will definitely need a class for that, but let's also add here a paragraph maybe. And here I will also add a class. So the names of this, what should that be? Maybe something with, okay, we'll start from here. So this will be our display. Maybe it's not the best name, the display one, but we will work on that. So I need this class because it will have like 2 things inside it. The first one should be something like display and maybe time left, because we will show exactly that thing, like how much time does the user have. And then here I'm going to have a display, but this time it will be end time. Okay, and I don't need anything else. We will go to these values through JavaScript. So the first thing I'm going to do is to click on this function, and I'm going to add it like so. Let's go back, take this one as well, and again I'm going here. Probably I should also add some comments in my code, but I'm going to do that a little bit later or when we finish with these projects, because I don't want to just type, I want to do something actual. Okay, so for the display, I think that I want big letters, so I definitely should play a little bit with that. I will start with the flex, and again it's going to be 1, and the display, of course, it's going to be flex. Cool. And I need the flex direction. I'm going to play again with column. This time I will only have like 2 things, and the align items, which obviously it's going to be a center, and justify content. You won't be able to see nothing here because we really haven't done anything for this center part, but as soon as we start typing our JavaScript, you will see what I mean. Now for the time left, what should I add here? I'm not sure. Maybe I won't add anything. Maybe I can add these things like later, because for now I'm not even sure what I need here. Okay, are we ready to start typing the JavaScript? And I hope that you are all still with me. I'm going to drink some water and take like a short break. Sorry for that. Okay, water was nice. And let's start creating our little functions. And yep. So the first thing that I need here is to have like a let count down. Okay. Yep. And what else am I going to need? Maybe I can have like some const here with timerDisplay. Okay, and we're going to grab them through the query selector. So I'm going to need a document.querySelector. Yep, that's it. And for here, I'm going to add my, let me actually take it from here because I always do like silly mistakes. So I'm going to copy this, go back to the JavaScript and add it like so. Display time left. Okay, actually let's copy this whole line and paste it one more time and one more time. So we have like the display time left. I will now change that to endTime and maybe this one to buttons. Okay, and this time I'm going to have the display but end time. So this and this are going to the two views that we are going to have here. We cannot see them right now, but trust me, in a bit you will be able to see them. And now for the buttons, I haven't done anything, but I will add this data time. And this data time, let me copy it because we haven't write that thing yet. In the button, we can play a little bit with that. Let's actually specify what data time means. The first time it means, we will play with that, it means 20 because we have 20 seconds. I'm going to copy it and paste it like so. I'm going to change the value of data time. So the next time we have 5 minutes, 5 to 60, because we have like 60 minutes, means 300, and we are going to play with seconds here, so no minutes but seconds. JavaScript is going to play with seconds, although here we have like this and these are minutes. So after that we have like 15, and 15 to 60 equals 900, and the next time for 20, this is, if I'm not mistaken, 1200, and yep. For the break we can have something like 30 minutes, or yeah, I think 30 minutes, it's fine. So that will be like so. Okay, so now I think that we have pretty much everything. Of course, the functionality is not done yet. So far we only had the variables. So let's continue a little bit. Oops, I should probably add semicolons here. Okay, the main function is going to be our timer, and the timer is going to take seconds. We've already said that, so seconds. Okay, inside here, the first thing that I need is to clear any existing timers, because I want the user to be able to click these things fast. So let's do it as clear interval, and here I'm going to give the countdown. Okay, so far so cool. And I'm going to create some more const. The first one is going to be for now, and this, it's going to take what time it is right now. This is pretty simple. You only need date.now, and that's it. You don't need anything else. If we were going to console this value, you would see that it shows the date that we have like right now. But I will need one more thing, and this is going to be, I'm going to give it the name of then. So when we click on one of those values, we will get something else, and then we will use the then and the now to show the difference. I'm going to show you just now what I mean, because I'm not very good at explaining things. Let's get the seconds and let's do it like so. Okay, I'm going to create this time two more functions. The first one is going to be the display time left, and remember that we want this function for here, display time left, so we will use it here. And then I will do another function, display and time. First I'm going to give it the seconds. Okay, and then let's create the display and time, and this will take the then parameters. We have then and the seconds. Okay, we will have to create these functions pretty soon, but first I need to play a little bit with the countdown. We are going to do it like set interval again, and inside here I'm going to need a couple of things. The first thing that I'm going to set is, let's do it like so, and I'm going to create another const with okay, second left. If this is like, no, this should be like an if. Let's do it like so, if second left. But now I have to create this value. So const, and here we have like the second left, and this will take the math.round function. This is a function that, let's say, already exists in JavaScript, and you don't have to type anything new. It will take the then and then the date.now. And okay, let's see what we have here. I think that I have added one more parenthesis that I don't need. That parenthesis should close here. Okay, so we have the then, which is now, and the seconds, and then we will distract the date.now, which is coming from here, and we will divide that with 1000. And then we will, here in this if, we will check if we should stop the timer. So to do so, I'm going to check the second left that we just created, and if this is less than 0, it means that we don't have like any other time, and we have to clear that. So we'll do a clear interval, and again I'm going to give as a parameter the countdown, and let's say also return. Okay, we have started doing some cool things. Yeah, I think that we are getting closer. Okay, let me think what else we need. We need to somehow display what we have done it so far. Okay, so let's go with display time left. Display time left. And did I write that well? Display time left. Okay, I need this thing. Okay, and since this is a function, I need to type it like so. I need here the seconds left. Second left. Okay, and inside here, actually, no, this is okay, but maybe I could make it a little bit differently. Let's do it like second left, and then we will create that function. And here I'm going to do it, because we are talking about a timer, I can add some time. So let's see what I have here. Let's do a small recap. I will close the countdown. Okay, so I have the function, which is the function timer, and it takes the parameter in seconds. From here, it will take the value in seconds. You have a clear interval, which will clear whatever you have here. So every time I click on a button, this thing will be cleared. And then I have two values, now and then, which takes the current time. And then I have the display time left and the display end time. And I promise you that we will do these two functions just in a bit. These functions are going to be connected with this part right here, with the display time left and the display end time. Okay, and then we have the countdown, which will be like a big thing here, and it will show the time. Okay, now let's actually do the display time left. Okay, let's do it like so. For the display time left, I need the seconds. Oops, I didn't write function here. Okay, and this will take again a const in minutes. And then I can go with math.floor. Again, this is a function that JavaScript already has. And we will take the seconds and divide it with 60. And after that, I'm going to create another const. What name should I give this? Like maybe reminder seconds. And I will give it again the seconds module 60. So now we are trying to play a little bit with the time, the seconds, the hours, the minutes, and stuff like that. The third const that I need is finally the display. Okay, and I'm going to do it like, oops, yep, that's what I mean. And then you need the $sign, and now is where the magic begins. So the first thing that we will show is the minutes, and after the minutes we will have like this column, and again you need the $sign, and let's grab this. Let's go like so. So we have like the reminder seconds. If this is less than 10, then go with 0, else go with this. Okay, so we're closing here again the brackets, and again you will need the $sign, and after that let's add it again like so, reminder seconds. Okay, I'm closing this thing here, and I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. Okay, I hope that I'm not forgetting anything, but we will see in a bit. let's give a document.title, and it should be display. Okay, and timerDisplay like so, which is going to be text content equals display. Okay, I think that now like we are starting doing some things we haven't done yet. We're not done yet. We haven't written the other function, which is like display and time, but things are definitely looking better. Yep. Let's go to our other function, which is the function, what was the name of it? Display and time, I think. Yep, and this will take a timestamp. Okay, and we will play again, or not play, we will create some other const. The first one is going to be end, and here again I need a new date, which is going to take as a parameter the timestamp. Okay, after that I also need another const, which will take the hour. Okay, and I need to do it like end.get hours. This is also a function, and I'm going to create another const. This time this is going to be the minutes, so I'm going to get them as end.get minutes. Cool. And what else do I need? Probably I need something like endTime, which will again take the text content as we did before. And after that we will type something for the user, like be back add, and here I need to give the hour and the minutes. So to give the hour, first I'm going to do the like hour, and then for the minutes again I'm going to do it like so, minutes, and yep, I think that's it. Okay, so our function display and time is also done, but what we haven't really done is our function for start timer. Let's also add that. Okay, a new function which will take the const, not will take, this is a new variable, so it's const seconds, and %t, this will take this dot dataset. And remember what is our dataset? Our dataset I'm going to show you like right now. Let's also add our timer function with seconds, and I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay, so this dataset time, why do I have a mistake? Oops, I have a mistake because I haven't added this. So this dataset time save is going to take the data times from here, so the buttons that we have like click in these cases. Oops, and then for the timer we will play with this function that we have already write. Now the start timer, we need to add a few more things here, and then we will be done. So for each button we are going to have a button, and then I will need to have this button as add event listener listener. Okay, so here I need to have it as click, and now we are going to use our start timer with, no, it's okay now, the start timer, but I don't know why I'm getting like this thing. I hope that I'm not forgetting anything. I have the timer, which takes the time. Yeah, seconds, and I have this const. Oops, of course. Oh my god, how silly I am. Okay. Yeah, now it's better. I still get this, but I'm not sure why. Usually when I get this, it's not really helpful, although I'm trying to understand what is it, but usually it's not very helpful. But okay, buttons.for each, it's not a function. We will fix that soon. So let's go with document.costume form. I think that was the name, right? Let's check from here. It was custom. Oops, that should be costume form, like so. Okay, so now I'm going to copy this costume form. I'm going to add it here, and let's have our add event listener. Okay, and after that I need the submit and our function again. So this function will just take an e. Okay, let's give a semicolon here. I will give an e prevent default. Okay, sometimes I'm just misspelling this word. And again, I'm going to use a const with let's say means for minutes, which will take the this dot minutes. Okay, dot value. Yes, and let's say that the timer is going to take this time the mins, so the value that we have times 60. Okay, and let's say this dot reset. Oops. Okay. Alrighty, and let's see actually what we have. Let's do it like this. Okay, do I have any mistake now? Okay, let me check if everything works as it should, because I think that I might be missing something, but I'm not sure from where I'm missing that thing. Let's go back to the HTML and check the classes, because sometimes like I do silly mistakes here, and then like the JavaScript part is not working. So I have the timer and then the other class, which is timer controls. I have the data time, just 20 and 300, 900. I think that this is okay. And the other class is timer button. And every time the buttons are closing, so you're okay here. We have the form with custom form and the ID, which I think these are again correct. Type text, name, minutes, and the placeholder. And then we have also like the display, so form, div, and the other class here for display, and h1 with display time left. Yep, and display and time. And this thing is closing here, and also I'm closing things here. Okay, so I think that this is correct, but this is not correct like here for the display thing. Let's go and check. Oh yes, I forgot like this class right here. So let's give it a color. it will be, let's say, white, and maybe give like a big font size. Oh my god, like how could I forgot about that? I'm going to save this. And saved, but it doesn't refresh. Oh, I want this thing to be refreshed. I hope that I won't lose anything. Okay. Okay. So let's check again. What am I missing? I hope I'm not missing any other CSS class. I have the display end here. Okay. And the display is pretty okay. I have flex, display, flex direction, align items, and justify content. I don't think that I'm missing anything here. For the timer, I have the timer button with hover and and focus. This is pretty much okay, so I can see that this works fine. What else do I have? The timer button with background none and border, cursor, color, which is again white, but this is okay. Font size, text transfer, background, and the border. And yep, I don't think that I'm missing anything from here. Let's check also the class timer. Maybe I could add a few more things here for the timer. I could add, let's say, okay, let's go here and add dot timers controls. Okay, cool. And I'm going to give this a display flex, like so. And what else do I need? I can give like again the timers. Have I typed this correctly? Timer. Okay, this is not correct. Timer controls. Okay, flex 1. And then I didn't do that before, right? I have like some things here. Timer controls form, timer controls. Oh no, I did that before, so this is okay. Maybe I don't like this order, so it should be like timer button, which is this one, and then I have the input, I have the form. I think these things are okay. Flex 1 and display flex, and again this do look cool. The timer control is okay. The timer controls here with display flex. Okay, and here I'm going to have the timer class, which is again display flex, min height, and flex direction column. Okay. I know what I'm missing. I'm missing the time left. This is what I'm missing. So let's go with font weight again. I want something like that. And font size. I want something big here, so the font size should be, let's say 20 rem, and if it's too big, I'm going to make it smaller. Margin of 0, and then color, white, and last but not least, or we can stick here. But again, I'm not sure. Click on save. Yeah, I'm not sure why this thing isn't working like it should, and it's weird because also in the JavaScript I cannot see any mistake. If you guys in the comments like have anything to say, you can just tell me because I'm not sure. Sorry for that. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Okay, let's check one more time together the JavaScript part, and if I'm doing anything weird, we will see. So I have the timer display. Yeah, I think that this is correct. The document, no, let's see here, like document dot custom form dot add event listener with submit and function e prevent default, and then we have like the const with minutes. Okay, and I'm using the timer with minutes multiply with 60 and reset. And before that we play with the buttons, and we say that for each button add the event listener with a start timer. The start timer, yeah, I think it's the same. The start timer doesn't take any parameter, so it's const seconds with parse int, which take this data set dot time, and the timer, which is in seconds. Okay, if we check like the timer, I want, yep, this timer up here, which takes the time in seconds. We have clear interval with countdown. Okay, this is the same thing, right? Yep, it's the same thing. And then we have like these two const, one with now, which takes the date now, and one with then, which takes the now and then the seconds multiply with 1000. So very cool here. Yeah, I don't think that I'm missing anything. Okay, so the other thing is the display time left and the display end time. The first one takes the seconds and the next one takes the then. Let's check this one. Okay, so I think that this one is correct. I'm not forgetting anything. Countdown equals set interval and const second left, which is method round, then minus date now divided with 1000, and if second left, which is less than 0, clear interval, count down and return. After the return, I'm closing the brackets, and I have the display time left, which takes the second left. I'm not sure why this thing really isn't working as I would expect it. Display time left, and then we have the display time left, which takes seconds. Come on guys, in the comments give me some details of what am I missing. Is the display, I think this is correct. I have the minutes and then the reminders seconds. This is okay. Yeah, that one is okay. Let's do it like so, so it's more visible. Yep. This one closes here. And then I have the question mark. And again it closes here. The document.title equals display and timer display with text content. Okay, let's check this one. It's document.querySelector with display time left. Yep. Okay. And the display end time. Yeah, Mikhail, I saw your comments now. I did check the parentheses, and if the parentheses are not correct, usually the code pen like gives you a mark or something, but now I don't see really anything. Yep. Custom form. I know that I'm using this one. I double checked that it's here. So if I gave a value here, I should see the result, but I'm not sure why I don't. Okay. Okay, I don't think that I can find right now what's wrong with this thing, but I'll probably check it one more time when I'm not live coding, and I will give you the solution later in the comments. So just in 5 or 10 minutes, check out again this video, and in the description box or in the comments I will leave a working link, because right now I really cannot figure out what's wrong with this thing. But yeah, I hope that I will find something soon. Come on, I really wanted this thing to work. I'm pretty sure that there was... I don't think that I'm missing anything. Start timer. Oops. I do use the start timer here. I do have everything for the buttons. Buttons. I have button, data, time. Yep, and the class every time. And I'm closing the button, so this is cool. And here I have the display. And if I type here, display, I can see all the different things. Okay. Yep. Anyway, I think that I will finish here this live stream, as well as I cannot figure out right now what's wrong with that. But thank you very much for watching, and thank you also for the comments. And yeah, like as I said earlier, the parentheses do look okay, so I'm not sure what's wrong, but I will figure it out and I will leave it as a comment. Thank you very much, guys. Have a lovely day, and see you really soon with another live coding that I hope it will go better. Bye.